All right, so get this. We're going to dive deep into the science of athletic success. Like no crystal ball, but real science. You sent over these excerpts from the NSCA Essentials of Sports Science, and I gotta say, this stuff is really fascinating.
It really is. The field is just exploding right now. We're
Yeah,
moving past these old school training myths into this data-driven approach. It's about understanding the athlete as a complete system.
exactly. It's like cutting edge tech meets the human body. And using science to push athletes to their absolute limits. I think whether you're a coach or an athlete yourself or just a huge sports fan, this deep dive is going to be packed with insights. Training, injury prevention, even a peek into the future of the field.
Yeah, and one of the things that really struck me from the book was this idea of the rise of the sports scientist. They're like the bridge between the research world and what's actually happening out on the field or the court.
Right, because for so long there was this disconnect.
Hmm.
Research would be happening, but it wasn't always making its way into practice. The book talks about this guy, Dr. Kaijo Heikkinen, who actually found a clever way to get funding. He connected resistance training to health issues because there was more funding available for that. It's amazing how creative people had to be.
Right. It just shows how important it is to connect research and application. That's so true. And this deep dive into the immune system really highlights how interconnected training recovery and overall health are. It's not just about pushing your physical limits, it's also about respecting your body's need for balance and resilience.
It all circles back to that symphony of systems.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And speaking of the symphony, you can't forget about the athlete's mental state. The mental game is huge.
The mental game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it often gets overlooked, but it can make or break an athlete.
For sure. And the book dedicates a whole chapter to the psychology of sport. Everything from motivation and goal setting to building confidence, managing stress, developing coping mechanisms.
It's a good reminder that athletic performance isn't just about physical strength, it's about mental toughness too.
Absolutely. The book digs deep into how those psychological factors can help or hinder performance, depending on how the athlete manages them.
So like you said before, you can train your mind just like you train your body.
Exactly. The book gives athletes all these techniques they can use to cultivate a positive mindset.